As a poultry farmer, your worst days are not those sleepless nights you spent brooding your chicks, raising them to maturity. Have you ever made an arrangement with a buyer that you trust? At the end, he tells you he's no longer coming to your farm to buy for no obvious reasons. This is not because you didn't treat him or her right the last time they came to your farm. No, maybe they have other birds to buy from other farms. As the case may be, they tell you, oh, they are no longer coming to your farm. This is not because your birds or your eggs are not big in terms of size. Frustrating, right? I have been there several times. In this video, I'll be telling you about my worst days as a poultry farmer, what they taught me, and how I turned the situation around for my profits. Welcome to Farmbiz with Markay. In this channel, we show you how to maximize profit in farming through creativity. The biggest challenge you will ever face as a poultry farmer, being it broilers or layers, is sales, buyers. Because to raise your birds to maturity is not as difficult as finding a buyer to buy your birds, especially if you've not done your homework before going into broiler production. Though when I started as a poultry farmer, I started with layers, raising birds for eggs and all of that. The birds, they really did well. The eggs were coming. I did what I was supposed to do. By the time the eggs started coming, really, I was almost frustrated at the time. Looking for buyers, all you could see is, buying one crate, buying two crates, as the case may be. But what about this other good number of crates? Who will buy them? I started meeting some supermarket. Okay, I have eggs and all of that. These are some people that I told even before I started the farm. So one of them, which was really frustrating, told me, okay, bring them to my supermarket. I thought, okay, wow, this will be good because she's going to really empty the whole thing. Because one thing about layers, they keep dropping egg every day as you keep feeding them every day. As they are dropping this egg, if you don't have buyers that will be picking them, especially when you are just starting up, it's really frustrating. So I took those eggs to the supermarket. The lady looked at the eggs. Not that the size wasn't much. Okay, I can only take 3 crates. I think about 3 or 5 crates out of how many crates that I took there. I was like, what? If it was just 3 crates you would take, why didn't you tell me? Why allowing me to move the whole eggs to your supermarket? Talk here and there and all of that. Okay, I took back my egg. I took them home. Then I began to make some calls. How do I sell these eggs? Because the birds, they will not stop eating. Because if I really want them to continue to lay, I will have to be feeding them daily. Whether they buy the eggs or not, in that way the egg will keep dropping. After making some calls around, moving around here and there, I was able to get buyers to buy my eggs. Never rely on one buyer. Very important. Even if your production, what you are producing, is what one buyer can clear in no time, don't rely on one buyer. So that was one of the lessons I learned. So, but somehow I was able to get a buyer who came to clear the whole thing. Now at the end, the buyer started coming. Whenever I have a large number of crates, I call, they come to pick them. But then at the time she stopped. Why did she stop? She said, okay, where she's coming from is a bit far, which was quite understandable then. But then, coming from that far distance is not a problem it wasn't a problem for her, according to her. But the problem is that when she comes to my farm, the number of crates of egg that she normally will see to buy is not enough for her. I was like, I was just getting into this trade. You mean coming to pick up 40 crates at a time is not enough? Because I could see the number of egg crates in her vehicle. It's much. I was like, wow, that means I need to expand. But irrespective of that, I should have planned for, okay, this is one of the customers. I should have somebody else like that who buys in large quantity so that competition will be there. But then after that batch of layer, I stopped. I didn't go into layers again. So I now move into broilers, which is the main aspect I really want to talk about today. Because raising your broilers from day old to maturity, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks, is very easy. Very easy compared to layers, because I have done the two. Then, having raised your broilers to maturity, you don't have buyers to buy them. My dear, you will not be eating your chicken. Otherwise, your profits, the money you spend raising the birds and all of that, everything will go down the drain. I have been there, finding it difficult to sell your broilers. But how was I able to turn this situation around? That is the purpose of this video today, which is what I will be sharing with you. The very first thing you do whenever you want to start any business, or being it poultry and some other business, before you start, do your market survey. Very, very important. This thing that you want to do, these broilers that you want to produce, who is buying this from you? By the time you do your market survey, some will want to really encourage you, but not really to patronize you. I have experienced that as well. Oh, wow, that's good. Please, when your birds are ready, let me know. When your birds are ready, let me know. When your birds are getting ready, you call. Okay, no problem. Come in when they are ready. Now your birds are ready, you call. Oh, sorry, I don't think I will buy again. You will be feeling so frustrated. I have been in your shoe. But you still will sell your birds. Those are the things I'll be sharing with you, how to really sell those your birds. At this moment where you are feeling so frustrated, don't be frustrated, because it's one of the hurdles you need to pass as a businessman. Because poultry is also a business. It's not just raise your birds, that's all. No, this might not be known to you. You're also a businessman, because you won't just raise your birds to maturity and relax. No, you must sell them for that business to be completed. What you do, having done your market survey and you discovered, okay, well, this customer said he will be needing 10 chicken every month. Oh, this other one said he will be needing 100 every month. This one will be needing 5 every month. And you've calculated, wow, by the time I raise 200 birds, nothing will be left. They will clear the whole thing. Now you've gone through some videos, do your homework, and you are really good at raising these broilers to maturity. Perfect. Now, what if these customers, you call, they tell you, oh, sorry, I don't feel like buying birds this time. And maybe when you produce again, you call me. You call the other one, oh, instead of 10 or instead of 100, they told you that they will be buying. They told, sorry, I can only pick 5. What do you do? Feeling frustrated? You still will sell your chicken. That is why I'm here. Now, what you do is always good. By the time you do that, your market survey, at the end, they'll be needing 200. Don't produce that 200. Best, produce 100 or even 75. Use it to start. Don't produce that 100, because it's always good that the demand is more than the supply. As a farmer, very, very important. Let the demand be more than the supply, so that you sell off your birds in no time. This is very, very important. Now, I'm not saying there are some customers out there, oh, I'll be needing 10, I'll be needing 100. If those customers make commitment, very good for you. Now, this takes me to the next, the very important point I really want to share with you. The worst moment of my poultry business. Just a few months ago here, I raised one very good batch of broilers. Very, very good in terms of weight, look, and everything, because I made use of organic medication to raise those birds to maturity. Now, if you've been watching my video, you will observe that I dispose my birds by week 5. That is, by 35 days, I dispose them. I don't normally raise them till 6 weeks, 7 or 8 weeks. Though I used to do that in the past, but as I learn doing this every time, I discovered that no, if I can get 3 kg by 5 weeks, why still keeping my birds till 6 weeks or 7, 8 weeks before selling them? No, that will eat deeply into my profit. So I dispose them. There is this lady I respect so much. She told me, okay, instead of giving out goods to her customers during festive season, she doesn't want to do that. She's thinking of giving them broilers. That if I can raise big broilers that will be weighing maybe 5 kg as the case may be, so that by that festive season, she will be able to give them to her customers instead of goats. I said, okay, why not? That is what I do. I will be able to provide those, deliver those chicken to you by December. I said, okay, no problem. That she has some good number of customers that is going to supply the chickens to. I said, okay, no problem. Let's go into this. Okay, I stock my birds, raise them till 9 weeks. Unusual for me, right? Okay, now there was something I did. Being a businessman, it's always good you have plan B. What is this plan B we are talking about? What if this customer that really made this very good promise fails to buy your chicken? What will you do? That is your plan B. Very, very important as a farmer. These customers that promise you, oh, okay, I'll be coming. No, don't worry yourself. I'll clear everything and all of that. What if that customer fails to show up for one reason or the other? What will you do? Would that be the time you start marketing your best again? Oh, okay, well, I'm looking for buyers and all that. I'm not saying you won't get buyers within those period. You will. But at the end, they may not price you well, number one, because they can see the situation you are. You are at their mercy now. They may not price you well. Before you know it, you might likely make some losses, or if you are even able to break even, it will be somehow difficult. Don't be in that position. It's always good you have plan B, plan C. Okay, if this customer fails to show up, do I have another buyer to pick up this birds? Very important. What about this plan B? If she fails, who do I have that will come and clear this batch? Do you have those plan? It's very important. You may even raise your batch, the first batch, second batch, third batch, fourth, fifth, and sixth. And that your plan B, plan C, you may not even touch it. But mind you, some days you will touch it. It's always good to have it. Okay, back to this my worst situation that happened to me. I raised those birds till 9 weeks before disposing them. But what I did, my plan B that I implemented is what I want to tell you now. I raised those birds. By 5 weeks, they were massive already. Massive. I said, wow. That means this person that really wants to pick these birds by that 8 weeks, 9 weeks, wow, she's going to gain a whole lot from this bird. I thought to myself, what if this customer says he's no longer buying these birds? What will I do? Though I already have some plans, some other customers that will come and pick them. I say no. By this week 5, which is by exactly day 35, I call some other buyers that I normally use whenever I raise my birds. She came. This time, not the customer that told me she'll be buying those massive matured birds of 5-6 kg. She came. I told her, okay, go into the pen, select the ones you want to select. I raised 200 by then, so select 100 out of it. Let me say half of this. She selected about 100 birds, massive. Those were the shooters among them because the batch really did well. So she selected 100 and paid a very good amount for those chicken. She was even begging, let me clear the whole thing, let me buy the whole thing, because by this time it wasn't even the festive season yet. Let me buy everything. I said no, I'm reserving this for one of my very good madam, because I don't want to disappoint her. After collecting my profit and my money from those 100 birds, towards some weeks to the festive season, I started calling this madam. She will pick, okay, I will get back to you. I said, okay, no problem. Okay, I will get back to you. Do you know, she never got back to me. And those birds, she never, not even one, she didn't buy anymore. Will I be feeling frustrated? No, because I have been in this business for some time. Now, I now switched to my plan. Will I call it plan C now because I already implemented plan B? I now switched to plan C. Looking at my contact, okay, some other customers that have asked me in the past, okay, give me processed bird and all of that. Or not ordinarily sitting down to process my chicken and all of that before supplying, especially to those that are buying in bulk, doesn't really pay me that much, though just a little profit on top and all of that. I was switched to plan C, that is process this chicken. Then though I have a customer then who came to really buy the remaining 100 over half of them, pay me part of the money within that time. Then after some time, she completed the remaining payment. So for the remaining one, I know during those festive season, individuals, they patronize me a lot during those seasons. So I know they are going to buy one, two, three, five, as the case may be. In no time, I was still able to clear up that batch of birds. It wasn't even enough for them to buy during those festive season. Do you know the irony of all this? Even till this time, this moment that I am making this video, we've been talking, she never even told me, oh, sorry, that festive season, I couldn't come to buy your birds. I was seeing your call, sorry, I couldn't return your call and all of that. There was nothing like that. But that does not in any way obstruct our relationship, no. We still talk like friends, talk normally. But what did I learn from this whole thing? If you make such a commitment, oh, I need so thing from you, I need so number of birds and all of that by so time, okay, it's not a bad one, but you make some commitment. If I will really pay close attention to you, otherwise, whatever is available by then, you buy. If it's available to you, you buy. If it's not available, you may have to look for some other customers. So these are some of the things you pass through as a farmer, because at times, your most trusted customers might not be available to buy your product. So you must always have this plan B, plan C, even plan D, because it's not compulsory you must implement them in every batch of birds you raise, because you can raise your birds first batch, even till for like 1-2 years, you may not even touch those plan B, plan C, plan D. But it's always good you have them in your mind. You have them kept somewhere, because you'll be needing them sometimes, some days in future. So the beauty of every poultry business is that, okay, when you produce, you are able to sell. Very, very important, because if you produce, you are not able to sell, it's frustrating. I've been there, because you can't imagine raising about 200 birds. How can you consume 200 birds? Even if you can consume them, it's not normal for you to take out money, raise 200 birds to maturity, then stock everything in your freezer just for consumption. No. At least you should be able to at least get out the money you invested in the production. That is your cost of production. Get it out. So if you are not able to do that, it's really, really frustrating. I can tell you, I have been in that shoe. So now, how do you really sell your birds so that you don't really feel so bad, feel frustrated and all of that? Having done your marketing, you must look out for hotels in your areas. It's one of the ways you can quickly sell your birds. Those ones that you feel, okay, this can pay you. Though one of the disadvantages of these hotels is that they don't pay on delivery. Mostly they don't pay on delivery. Most times they may tell you, okay, they want to process the chicken by themselves. And most times they tell you, process it. Now, when you process it, they will tell you, okay, this is when they will be paying you by so month, by so time. Now, another thing you also need to think of is this. Will you be able to still continue your poultry business if they don't pay you in about that 1 or 2 months that they promise? In most cases, by that time, they do pay, because I've seen a farmer too who has been supplying to hotels. Within the specified time, they pay, they clear off their debt. So that's also one of the ways you can easily sell your birds. Another way you can easily sell your birds is going through your contacts. You'll be surprised what will come out from your contact, your phone contact. Just scroll through them, you'll be surprised. People that will patronize you from the list of contacts you have. That will be especially based on individuals. Though the major sales we ever make from this poultry is always somebody referring buyers to you and all of that. Don't ignore where you buy feed. Very, very. What do I mean? How would they be of help to you? Because in most cases, whenever they want to buy birds, they want to buy eggs, they always go there, especially for some customers that don't really know, okay, where do I get this and all of that. They always go to that feed seller. Oh, sorry, I need chicken of so age. I want to buy so number of chicken. They always tell them. But if you have told this feed seller beforehand, okay, you have chickens for say they'll be ready by so time and all of that. You'll be surprised you receive a call. Oh, sorry, are your birds ready now? Somebody will come, because that was how I got some of my buyers. So this is one of the ways you can also sell your best as quickly as possible. Now, I always tell people, now assuming you raise 200 bears to maturity, of which about 150 are shooters, the fast growing ones. Don't wait until you make the exact profit on all of them before selling. No, don't do that. You imagine selling to individuals for like a profit of about, let's say 80%. You can't sell to a market woman, somebody who comes to clear your farm, buying about, out of that 200, buying about 100 or about 120. You can't sell to him with a profit of about that same 80%. No, it's going to go down, because this same market woman is going to be selling them in the market or selling to some other customers. He should also make some level of profit. That's how the business is. It's a game of number, because by the time you have like 500, you will make a whole lot of profit, provided you have a buyer that can easily clear them off. So with that, you can beat the profit down, negotiate. Okay, though before now you must have learned from other farmers. This is how much they buy chickens in your area. This is how much they market women. This is how much they buy chicken, so that you don't be caught unaware. Oh, how can you price me so amount? No, how can you know? That is how the business is. So these are my worst moments. So in everything that happens to me, I learn from them. I don't just, it has happened. No, learn from them, move on. Very, very important, because I don't want to stay in the same spot. Now, every batch of birds you also raise, they also teach you one lesson or the other. So it's nice to raise your best from the old till maturity, but the most important thing is you being able to sell your best in no time. This is very important. And being able to sell your best in no time, do not rely on only your plan A. It's always good you have your plan B, plan C, even plan D. Have them, so that when one doesn't work, you can easily switch to the other one to have your bed sold out in no time. This is very important. Once again, one of the things we do in this channel, we respond to some comment that we feel, okay, by the time we respond, we test, it won't really give a detailed understanding of the answer we are providing. With that comment or the question you ask, we take it, we make a video with it, and then post it, so that you will have a proper understanding of the answers we provide to your question. Thank you so very much. If you find this video helpful, kindly do well to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification icon, like, comment and share, as this will help us to grow our channel and reach a larger audience. Thank you so very much.